system on Upwork and how you can make it work for you when you have an existing relationship with a client or when you're about to start a relationship with a new client on Upwork. One of the reasons that I love the two-way feedback system is because as freelancers, we get to choose who we want to work with. And somebody who is unprofessional or difficult is something you'd want to know ahead of time, right? In other times when you're bringing on a client, you won't know until you've signed a contract or worked with them whether other people have had a problem with them. That is, unless the client has told you directly. And you should know how I feel by now about clients who come to you and say, oh, I've hired 6 other freelancers and none of them worked out. Usually a problem with the client and not the freelancers. However, Upwork makes that easy for you because past freelancers can leave feedback for existing Upwork clients. That means you can go and see exactly what issues, if any, a past freelancer had in working with someone. This should always be used to inform your decisions about whether or not you should even apply for the job. There have been times when I see a job post that looks great, and then I see that the client has received 2.0 or 3.75 feedback. I am immediately going to look at that full job proposal and scroll through all the feedback from their past freelancers. It tells me a lot. Almost always in those cases where they've been dinged with a low feedback score, there will be an instance or more where freelancers have said, I never got paid, this client was difficult to work with, they changed the scope of the project midway through, etc. Use this as a key tool for helping you decide whether you're even going to apply to the job. I don't care if the job is promising $10,000 a month in revenue. If multiple people have left negative feedback that they've had a bad experience, run. It is not worth the money. The person has realized that they're going to have to increase the rates that they're paying because they're difficult to work with, and because probably at that point they've hired and fired multiple people to do the same thing with no result because they either fired the freelancer or the freelancer left partway through the project. Never worth it. Your money and your time are valuable, so only apply to jobs where it's a great fit. Now there's another side to this coin as well. When you work with a client on Upwork, whether you have a great or a bad experience, do your part to help future freelancers by telling them what your experience is like. And no, it's not all about helping your competition, because frankly, if a web designer or a graphic designer or a voiceover artist had a negative experience with this client last month, they're probably going to treat me the same way as a freelance writer. So I want to know that. Do a good job for your fellow freelancers of telling them when you've had a great experience and the client is wonderful to work with, as well as when you've had a negative experience and they should run from the opportunity as well. Now bear in mind, a client's going to be leaving you feedback too, and you're not going to see their feedback until you have left it for them. So choose carefully and be fair. If a client's been easy to work with, award them a strong rating for that. However, if they've been difficult to work with and it was a really bad experience for you, consider how your feedback, not just the star rating, but the words you actually write, could help future freelancers determine whether or not this is the right person for them. I think it's my job and my duty to tell other people when I've had a really negative experience. And it doesn't happen often, but I don't want someone else to have to go through what I did. So I'll take the 5 minutes to leave a feedback comment about what went wrong in the project, just so somebody else has the opportunity to review that in the future. Best of luck with your career on Upwork. And remember, for more great tips on Upwork, check out my blog, betterbizacademy.com, and my podcast, Better Biz Academy.